8 out of 10 migraine sufferers will have a stroke. That's right. Study came out in the Journal American Medical Association that shows 8 out of 10 long-term migraine sufferers will have a stroke. That's 80%. If you've got migraines, that's not good odds. But if you think about what causes a migraine, it really makes perfect sense. So there's two things that happen in the case of a migraine. First, the brain says, I need more blood. So it sends a message down to the heart, telling the heart to speed up, push more blood against gravity to get it up to the brain. Well, there's another mechanism that has to happen to go along with that. To allow for the extra blood flow, the blood vessels that supply the blood to the brain, they've got to dilate, which means they have to open up to allow for the extra blood flow to get to the brain. Well, those messages come off the brainstem right at the top of the neck, and they go to those blood vessels and tell them to open up or to constrict. So if the messages don't get there to the blood vessels, telling them to dilate, two things happen. One, the blood vessels get inflamed. They get irritated because they're trying to squeeze a lot of blood through a small opening. So they get inflamed. That creates the pain that goes along with the migraine. Then the lack of blood flow that ends up getting to the brain or not getting to the brain creates the auras, which over time, if you think about it, starves the brain to the point where part of the brain can actually die. There's the stroke. So treating migraine symptoms, taking medications to mask the problem, might give you some temporary relief, but you're basically postponing a much bigger problem, which is what we often see happen with medications. So if you can figure out what's actually causing the migraines, which is basically the interference to the nerve supply from the top of the neck to the blood vessels, and if you can correct the cause, meaning remove the interference to the blood, to the nerves going to the blood vessels, then the blood vessels can open up properly. They dilate, which naturally allows the extra blood flow to get to the brain, which like it's supposed to. So the brain's fully nourished and the parts of the brain don't start to die, which could potentially lead to the stroke. So address the cause of your migraines. Let's fix the pain once and for all. Comment below. We'd love to share with you how we do that on a very regular basis. And it's actually much more simpler than you might think. Comment below or DM us on how we might be able to help you get rid of the cause of your migraines and prevent that potential stroke possibility further down the road. We look forward to meeting you, and I hope this makes sense to you.